Hello everyone, welcome to Off Meta Thursdays. This week we're playing Gruul Fires in Best of 1 Standard. As always, if you enjoy our content, please make sure to click that like and subscribe button below. It's a way to support the channel for free. And now let's talk about this deck. So, I've actually seen this being played during, on the meta. Like people are playing this randomly in Best of 1, in Best of 3. Which is pretty cool, but I actually think this is more of a jank deck. I mean, you could consider a tier 2 deck potentially, but it's definitely not on the tier 1 level. And it's more of a janky thing because you're definitely relying on Fires of Invention to win the game. Sometimes everything just plays out correctly and maybe you're playing against a slow deck that doesn't have any removal for your creatures and you just get to go off. But otherwise, let me tell you why I think this is a jank. The reason is because we are just trying to get Fires of Invention in play in order to, on turn 4, you have maybe Questing Beast, you could have Shifting Ceratops already on the battlefield. On turn 3, you already have a Kahira potentially, right? You have it as a companion and you also have it as a creature in the deck list. So, let's say turn 1 you have Arboreal Grazer, you start ramping. Arboreal Grazer is actually really good in this deck, you want to have it on your opening hand. Then that allows you to play Kahira on turn 2 because you have all the lands that you need. Then turn 4 Fires of Invention into something like Questing Beast, and Kahira's already given everything +1/+1, right? So you're already attacking with a bunch of damage. If you get Fires of Invention on the battlefield as well, then turn 5 you get to potentially Cavalier Flame and just win the game with a hasty bunch of beasts, elemental, dinosaurs, whatever you want to call it. That is the mix of the deck. I think also Vivian is very good in this list, just allowing you to continue to create 3/3 green beast creatures that are actually 4/4s with Kahira. But not also that, but the -2 potentially, let's say you have already Vivian, and the next turn you get to play, or you have Fires of Invention, you can just play Vivian -2 and play something like a Cavalier of Flame or Cavalier of Thorns. Vivian will get you a Questing Beast from that cast that you could potentially give it haste if it's a Cavalier Flame that you have on the battlefield, just win the game right there. Obviously you have 2 copies of Embercleave as well just to help out with getting the damage in. Quartzwood Crasher is really good. I don't know if we can see this in the videos that we have for you today, but if you do play this deck, try to get the Quartzwood Crasher in play and maybe even together with a Cavalier Flame if you can wait, because you want to get the benefit of attacking with this creature, getting in with all the trample that you can to create that extra token, and then also any creature that has trample will also be creating tokens with the effect of Quartzwood Crasher. A really cool card that if you are able to get it in play and potentially attack in the same turn, make it hasty, it's really good. So that is the deck. We also have 4 copies of Trashing Bronson just because it's a dinosaur that kind of synergizes well with Kahira and allows you to get rid of things like Fires of Invention from your opponent, for Witch's Oven from your opponent, etc. Now, the list as you see it here, which is what we were playing in the videos, definitely doesn't have great matchups against certain decks, but this is what we do have. A sideboard that actually, with Grafdigger's Cage allows you to play against the Lurus Aristocrats deck. We have Fry, we have Scorching Dragonfire against Planeswalkers and things like that. Also 3 Flame Sweeps for protection against aggro against mono red. So those sort of things we have in the sideboard. If you want to play more Best of 1 with this deck, I would suggest maybe getting in some of these Flame Sweeps, maybe getting in, 1 copy of Grafdigger's Cage if you think the meta today, this week, is actually playing a lot of Lurus style decks or things that just come from the graveyard like Jigan or Geruda, right? So feel free to mess around with the sideboard and exchange things depending if you're playing Best of 1, if you're playing Best of 3. Like I said, my take for this deck is that this is more of a jank deck. It does work well and it could be played in the meta, but we are playing it off meta because I think that's the best take and the most fun that you're going to have with this list. So we hope you enjoy the games and we'll see you next time. Have a good one. Okay, this is Of Meta Thursdays, and we are playing Gruul Fires in Best of 1 Standard. We are playing against a Garuga deck. That means that they might be playing Fires of Invention, so we might want to keep the Trashing Brontodon. I think we'll keep this. We're on the draw, which is not great, but again, if we get to keep this Trashing Brontodon, we might be okay. Let's try with Temple of Abandon, keep our Fires of Invention on top. Obviously, Teferi bouncing the Brontodon is not great, but I mean, it's fine, I think. We're gonna go with Stomping Ground, tap, pass the turn. Opponents should know we're playing this deck because of the Gruul lands. Sometimes when you see Kahira, you also think that your opponent might be playing like elementals. So, right, they don't play anything, interestingly enough. Huh. Okay. We're just gonna Mountain Pass, see what they do. I'd rather wait and see, like, if they're going... This could be a Winota deck as well, but I want to see what's coming. Like, if this is a Fires of Invention deck, then obviously they're going to do a couple of things this turn, but we get to Brontodon and take away their Fires of Invention, then start doing our own thing. Alright, here's the Fires. Good, that's what we expected. Now, it doesn't mean that we are in any sort of, beneficial point here, but we do want to get rid of that for sure. And we see the Sphinx. Okay, nice. Interestingly enough, our opponent did not. So we could also play Fires into Brontodon. It's not really a great idea. I think we just Brontodon, get rid of the Fires of Invention. Alright, let's see what's next. Now they get to Scry, of course. They could just play their 4-5 and draw some cards. Yeah, it's pretty interesting that we're playing our Gruul Fires, jank deck, and we're playing against one of the top meta decks, which is Jeskai Fires. So, definitely interesting there. We get another Kahira, that's cool. So, let's do Fires into Kahira number 1. Just see what happens next, I guess. Opponent gets to Scry, maybe looking for that land that they need to play Garuga. It's gonna be pretty good. I don't really know we can get out of this one actually, but we'll try. We have our Fires now. Alright, there's the 5th land. Alright, yep, this is Garuga time. Sounds good. Gets 2 more cards. Attacks with her 4/4s. We go down to 8. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. Bart's Crasher is Knight, but is much better with some of our other stuff. Guess we just Domri's Ambush one of these 4/4s. No attacks. They Scry. Obviously, if we do find like a Cavalier Flame, we could potentially win, but I just doubt we're gonna get there in time because of these flyers. They could also just like Wrath the board and go from there, I guess. Yep, here comes Narset. That's pretty cool. So they get to kill the 4/3 or the 7/7. If they have the Shark enchantment, they can kill the 7/7, I think. They could also play Teferi here. They can plus Narset, play Teferi, bounce something. Gonna gonna get hit 4. Sure. Pretty good. We also have an Ember Cleave. I'm not gonna lie, if we get to untap next turn with our Quartzwood Crasher, we might be able to win here. Okay. Wow, alright, we have options, guys. We can Cavalier Flame, Dormant Ambush, attack for everything. Which will be 1, 2, 3. So this would be a 9. This would be a 9. That's exactly 18. Our opponent could have a counter in these Hollow Fountains. That is a thing they could have. I wonder. I think first things first, and that is getting rid of this 4/4. Now, let's play Cavalier Flame first. Submit 0. Activate Cavalier Flame. Activate Cavalier Flame. So that's already 16 damage. Let's attack. Let's see what our opponent does here. Alright, they're going to do that. So that's going to be 4 coming through. They go down to 14 plus 9. Let's do it. Alright, this should be enough. Creates a token. Next. Nice. Good game. Jeskai fires. Okay guys, this is Of Meta Thursdays, and we are playing Gruul Fires in Best of 1 Standard. Yeah, I guess this is a good hand. We have our Boreal Grazer to start our ramp towards Fires of Invention. We are playing against an Umori deck, so you have to be careful, but we can keep this. We have Dormri's Ambush to defend ourselves against Umori and such. So cool. Forest, Boreal Grazer into Stumping Ground, tapped. Turn 2, we have Kahira. That would be nice. Turn 3, we have Fires of Invention into Domri's Ambush, if necessary, of course. So we are seeing another sort of maybe mirror match, but this time these guys are playing Umori instead of Kahira. Ooh, with a little bit of white. That's interesting. So we go Forest into Kahira. Doesn't really matter if we attack with our 1/4, that should be good. Let's see if they want to get rid of our Kahira here. Okay, Breeding Pool tapped. Is this a Bone Crusher? This is a Marauding Raptor. Okay, so we might need to kill this Marauding Raptor. It's actually pretty good. So, I think we go Fires. Play Domri's Ambush to get rid of the Marauding Raptor. Tag with both of our creatures here. Opponent will go down to at least 17, depending on what they're blocked. Okay, they blocked the 1/4, so they go down to 14. That's cool. Next turn, we get to Questing Beast, and if we draw a land, we can also Cavalier of Thorns. We're doing some pretty powerful things here. Let's see if they want to play Umori. Umori is a good card. It's a 4/5, so it blocks our Kahira. That said, it's not a great blocker against Questing Beast, so... Alright, well, we get a land here. We got to... Oh. Yeah, I guess we got to Cavalier of Thorns. 0. Okay, we get a mountain. We got to Questing Beast for 0. Attack with everything here, I believe. See what happens. Opponent could just block the Kahira here, but we could just use our land here to grow the Kahira and at least kill the Umori. That should be good. Well, actually, we're drawing a card. We're not really... I thought this was the land that... apologies there. I thought this was the land that gave us the counters. This is actually the Bunder's Enclave, so... We're still good. Yeah, we lost Kahira, but we're still in a good place here. Opponent's down to 7, so they have to tread lightly here. Oh, Winota. Okay, that's a good one. Cool, let's see what they found. So this is what they were planning. Very interesting. 1. Okay, they whiff on both accounts. That's awesome, actually. Get rid of these cards, and that's game. Yeah, 2 whiffs from Winota. Yeah, that does it. Good game. Hello guys, this is Of Meta Thursdays, and we are playing Gruul Fires in Best of 1 Standard. I'm tempted to keep this because we're playing against Yorion, but it's not great. This is a really slow, like, turn 5 hands without Fires of Invention. I feel like we should mulligan this. Okay, I think this is better. We're gonna keep this. We're gonna send the Cavalier away. Just make sure we curve out. So we're gonna keep this. We can Arboreal Grazer, and we're playing against Fires. You see 2 Sphinxes. That's cool. Arboreal Grazer into Temple of Abandon. So the one good thing is we do have a... We're gonna keep that. We have an Armored Killer. This could get rid of the Fires of Invention at least. But that doesn't say we are out of it. This deck is very powerful. And we are a little slow for what I think we should be playing against Fires of Invention. Jeskai, of course. Anyway, maybe we draw our fire and we can go from there. Next turn we can Kahira, turn 4, turn 3 shifting Ceratops, I guess. Opponent scries 3 top, I guess 3 top again with the other. Sure. Nice. Like what they found. Yep, Temple Garden, okay. Land, Kahira. Sure. Alright, so we need to draw a land for our Ceratops, I believe. We can also Armor Killer into Arboreal Grazer just to do things a little different. This is some sort of weird version. We are going to do this. I think I like just going a little bit more on the aggro side. Now, if they do have a Brazen Borrower, then that is sort of an issue. But if they don't, we get in for 8, and that could be pretty good. We see a Growth Spiral. Cool. Get a land into play. So this is some sort of banned Yorion strategy with Sphinx of Foresight. Seems like that's what our opponent's trying to do. Now, if they play 4/4 this turn, we can kill it with Domri's Ambush. Wonder what it is that they're gonna do. They could also do Teferi, give us back the Armor Killer. They are dead if they don't kill our creatures, and they are dead if they play a Sphinx. Okay, so Teferi comes down. That's fine. Give us back the Armor Killer. Sure. It's okay. We get a Questing Beast, unfortunately not in the best moment, best time. So let's get rid of Teferi first things first. Let's play our Grazer again. No lands past the turn, so we definitely would like to draw a land for Questing Beast. See what our opponent decides to do. Okay, there's the 5th land. Comes in tapped. They scry bottom. Guessing maybe send another land to the bottom. And Sphinx of Foresight, okay. Well, we can sort of deal with that. We do have a 5/5 that's going to attack. So, yeah, I think we just go for that. They could also play like a... Oh, maybe we just do Domri's Ambush now. So we attack for 5. Play another Grazer. And now we made it so our opponent needs to have a board wipe. Which probably they have since they're playing Bant, but we can hope that they don't have. Because we are behind in land drops, so it's not very good if they just wipe our board here. I think we just concede if that's the case. They are thinking a lot. It makes me think that they don't have a Wrath. Because if they would, they wouldn't be thinking so much. I think it's just, this is the right moment to Wrath. You're at 4 life. Obviously, anything with haste will kill you, but you kind of have to take the chance, right? Not anything with haste, but like Questing Beast, which they don't know if we have in hand or not. Here's an Uro, okay. Draws them a card, gains them 3 life, that's nice. Tapped land, and they kept 2 lands in hand for a Gruul Spiral, so... I mean, we have 6, but yeah, that's game. Very cool. Welcome to Of Meta Thursdays. We are playing Gruul Fires in Best of 1 Standard. And sure, why not? We go first, we have an Arboreal Grazer. This looks good. So we can forest Arboreal Grazer into Temple of Abandon. That looks good. Scry. Don't think we want to keep another Arboreal Grazer, to be honest. I think we send that away. Try to find more lands for our Questing Beast. Opponent plays a Windscar Crag. Okay, very interesting. So... guess we go Mountain into Kakira and go from there, attack our opponent for 1. They can kill Kakira with a Bone Crusher Giant. Or play a Boros Challenger. Okay, sure. So we can attack with both of these and... I wonder, should we even? I think we just play Questing Beast and go in. We can Embercleave next turn. Yeah, let's go Questing Beast. Attack with the Questing Beast. Opponent goes down to 15. The next turn we have Embercleave for sure. And that should be good enough. Boros Challenger, that's fine. So this is some sort of Boros, I don't know, strategy. We do have 5 mana now as well, so we can play Vivian. Don't think we need to though. I think we just go attacking here and see what our opponent does. Both of these have Vigilance, so that's pretty cool. We get to Embercleave. Alright. Opponent goes down to 5. This should be a pretty quick one. And yeah, opponent concedes. Good game, Boros stuff. Okay guys, we are playing Gruul Fires in Best of 1 Standard. And we don't have all our lands, but maybe we can scry into them. So yeah, we're going to keep this hand since we can... Well, I guess we're going to try scrying now and then playing our Arboreal Grazer, but... Right, we need lands, so that is a land. We're going to keep that for sure. On top, please. That's the turn. We can Arboreal into Etria. See, Forest into Gilded Goose. Interesting. Alright, so... Forest, Arboreal. Get Ketria down. So if we draw land next turn, we can Fires of Invention, and that should be pretty good. Opponent should now figure out what we're trying to do here, I think. They could also still think we're playing Elementals, because usually I see Kahira and I think people are playing Elementals, but it really could be anything, right? It could be nightmares, it could be cats, it could be dinosaurs, whatever. We are mostly beast and dinosaurs. We don't get that land that we wanted. Very unfortunate. So I guess we Kahira here and just go for it. Opponent just blocks with the Gilded Goose. It's nice. Nice to see our Arboreal Grazer has Vigilance. That's also one really cool thing about Kahira giving Vigilance to those creatures. Alright, so they have 4 mana available. Are they gonna play card? No, they go with Questing Beast. Okay. Do we want to block Questing Beast? No, because that will kill our Kahira. We'll just... that's really annoying. Alright, I guess we play our Crashing Brontodon past the turn. So now we can definitely block the Questing Beast with Brontodon. So I think this is an Osolith style deck. I think they're going to play Karn. They're going to find the Osolith here. I feel pretty sure that that's... Ooh, Great Henge. Okay. Right, nice. So we got the land. We can shock ourselves. We can fires into Shifting Ceratops. Or we can fires into... Okay. Well, let's fires. First things first. Then we can... Questing Beast. See if they want to trade Questing Beasts here. Well, they can't really trade because our Questing Beast is a 5/5. So that's that. They go down to 18. We kill Karn. Now, right, they could play the Great Henge. That's fine, but we are going to kill it with Trashing Brontodon. Great Henge is not going to be on the battlefield for too long. I would like to draw land for Vivian and start creating 3/3s, which are going to become 4/4s with Kahira. Yep, here comes the Great Henge, so they can play 1/2 mana creature, Gilded Goose. That's cool. It's not amazing, but they draw a card out of the deal, so that's that. Alright, another fires. That's not really what I was looking for. So we get to Shifting Ceratops here. For 0, that is. All of our creatures have Vigilance, so we just go attacking here. We didn't give the Ceratops haste, unfortunately, but that's okay. Just gonna do this and see what our opponent does. Okay, very well. It's fine. Trade beasts. It's okay. We get to play another fires just in case we lose our fires. And I think we are going to Trashing Brontodon and get rid of this Great Henge. I'm not a super fan of keeping that on the battlefield. And now we are looking for lands to play our Vivian. They have a land. And they play, let's see what's next. Kogla, okay, very cool. That's nice. I'm guessing it's gonna kill our Shifting Ceratops, but it could kill Kahira as well. Alright, they go with that. Nice. And that is a 7/6. That's pretty good. Alright, we found the land that we needed. That's very, very good. So we can now Quartz. Into Vivian. Alright, and then we can plus to start creating 3/3s for now because we don't have Kahira. Gonna give it. I think we give it Trample, although I don't know. Sure, let's give it Trample. That's fine. we can now... I guess we're going to pass the turn, stay in defense mode. No attacks. So one thing we could have done is play Vivian first -2 to then, you know, play our Quartzwood Crasher. But Ugin, okay, let's see what Ugin takes care of. Maybe Vivian. Or maybe the Quartzwood Crasher, okay. Takes care of Quartzwood Crasher, that's cool. See what they do now. All of our creatures, well, 3/3 has trample, so that's good. See if they attack here. Going after Vivian. Destroying one of our fires. Or human you control. Okay. Interesting options here. This doesn't have trample. That resolves. Guess we block like this. Now we're gonna get rid of Ugin, which is nice. Ooh, that's nice. So if we -2, when you cast the next creature spell this turn, search your library for a creature card with lesser converted mana cost, put it onto the battlefield. Okay. I mean, that's nice. We're gonna -2 here. Play the Cavalier for 0. We can get... Well, we can't get a Cavalier of Flame because it has to be less. So we can get Kahira, Questing Beasts, all of these. I guess Kahira is nice to make everything bigger. Yeah, I like that. Let's get another Kahira here. Make everything just slightly bigger. We then get to put some stuff in the graveyard, get a mountain. Alright. Go in for the attack. So... yeah, I think we just go at... them, and then... Ugin here, and then we trade... We trade the Cavalier of Thorns with the Kogla, I think, and get something back from the graveyard. We could just get a Fires of Invention back, so that's fine. Your opponent, our creatures will have trample, so see what they opt to do here. I guess nothing. Alright, they go down to 14. Everything has vigilance, so that's awesome. Pass the turn. Let them do their thing. Okay, so Fable Passage gets sacrificed. They have a couple of Blast Zones, which could potentially eventually be really good. They still have 2 unknown cards in hand. Let's see what that is. Alright. I feel like they're planning to put counters on these Blast Zones, but I don't know. Not quite sure, to be honest. I'm also trying to figure out what they could have in hand. Maybe they have something like the big 7/7 board. Or Pig. I forgot the name. That comes down, gives everything +2 and vigilance and whatnot. It doesn't necessarily kill us, but it could be a good play, of course. They're paying 6 mana. Alright, so it's a Ceratops. Sure. And then they have 2 more. Another Ceratops. Okay, one of them could gain haste. But these Ceratops are pretty small, though. Let's see what their plan is. Yeah, they can kill Fires of Invention, we get it back from the Cavalier, and we can kill that Shifting Ceratops with our token. So not a big deal here. I think this is a very bad attack from our opponent. Sure, that resolves opponent. That's fine. We go to blocks. Block here. We block here. Seems fine to me. We could also just trade the shifting Ceratops. And do that and keep our Cavalier Thorns. Definitely interesting options. No, I think I wanna trade the Cavalier of Thorns and get something back from the graveyard. This is fine. What do we get back? Blasting Beast, Quartz, Fires of Invention, Domri's Ambush seems interesting as well. Alright, let's get the Domri's Ambush. That just seems cool. We're going to keep getting tokens from Vivian that are going to be 4/4, so this feels very fine to me. Domri's Ambush. Let's do it like this, I guess, and yep, get rid of that. Create a 4/4 with Trample. Attack with our creatures, hit our opponent up to 4. Everybody has vigilance, pass the turn. Alright, opponent, did you draw the card that will save you? Or is this game? They shouldn't have attacked. That was a very, very bad attack. They were trying to get rid of the Fires of Invention, but it just too late. That wasn't even a good play there. One good thing about Kahira as a companion is that you can have multiple copies of it in the deck, so that was pretty cool. You know, we have one as a companion, it dies, we get another one from the library, so that's cool. Alright, this game has gone too long. Opponent, just give up. I mean, do you have board wipe? If you don't, then that's it. Yeah, here comes the Ceratops, resolves, sure. We can't really attack because we have our 4/4 tokens, so that's that. Alright, they're passing the turn. Sure. Cool, we get a land. Create another token. Give it reach this time. Attack with everything, and that should be game. We can even give this the Ceratops trample, so they gain some life. Sure, cool opponent, you do that. And they just say good game. Guess they can kill Kahira, but it's just not great, right? Like, yeah, this seems fine. Give this trample. Opponent goes down to 1. Pass the turn. So they could get rid. Another shifting Ceratops, okay. Give it something, go on the attack. Cool. Haste and reach. Nice. Alright, good game. Mono green stuff.
That was all for today. Please make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and click the bell icon if you want to get notified whenever we upload new videos. Have a good one.